Hey everybody, it's GleeCon, back again, bringing you another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully you had a good holiday, a good Thanksgiving yesterday. And today we're going to get right back into our completionist playthrough of the game, every quest in the game. And we're going to do some of the Eastern Plaguelands Horde only quests today, so stay a while and listen. Hopefully we're going to do all of the Horde only ones and we can be more or less done with Eastern Plaguelands. There's a lot that are tied into like doing some parts in Stratholme and Skullavance. I don't even know why we're here. I have a bunch of Runecloth to turn in. Am I here because of that? Maybe. So I guess let's go turn in Runecloth while we're here. Other than that, is there an Eastern Plaguelands reason to be here? Oh, there is a quest called Light Hope Chapel. If I look at the... Oh, it's not real. It's not really going to be available. I wonder if I came here because of that. We looked in this last time. That's actually like a Nax Ramus pre-patch only quest, something like that. The real quests we have to worry about are the To Kill with Purpose, Unlife's Little Annoyances, the Ranger Lord's Behest. This is bolstering our defenses, which is the PvP one. We are going to try to do that today. And most of these, at least these ones, are the Nathanos, ultimately a raid quest. Duskwing, Oh How I Hate Thee. We really have to try to get that one today done. And then maybe even the Corpulent one. I will look at that Lights Hope Chapel, but I'm pretty sure that even though it says it's there, we can't really do it. But we do need to do some Runecloth turn-in, so I guess that's probably why we're here.
Peace. Hail, sister. I'd like a moment of your time, if I may. We Tauren have endured much in our trials.
Leacon's Old, you've been a tremendous contributor to our cloth drive. As we work hard to replenish our reserves, one form of cloth remains critically low. Rune cloth. We are in absolute dire need of it, and we hope that you'll be able to help us as you have in the past. If you are willing, please bring me what rune cloth you can spare. We'll initially accept a single donation of 60, and then we'll go from there.
Fantastic. These will go right to use, I assure you. Thank you again for your assistance. We'd certainly be lost without you. With all the donations you've made, I would certainly process any additional runecloth donations you care to make in the future. Just be sure to check in with me, and I'll personally make sure that your good deeds won't go unrecognized.
Awesome, and then we can continue with additional Runecloth.
Greetings once again, Leacon's Old. Our need for rune cloth is constant, and we can always use additional resources if you're willing to part with them. For an additional stack of 20 rune cloth, I will make sure that you are recognized for your continuing efforts on behalf of Thunder Bluff. Whenever you're ready to hand in the stack of runecloth, I'll accept
Adventurer,
it.
Without heroes,
Alright, and then I'm just gonna...
tribe,
Do I need some?
surely suffer. Thank
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and runecloth up some first aid. Up until I get to 300. Let's see if we can get there. We'll just sell off. 200 rep for Thunder Bluff, not bad. Okay, we're up to 295, 296. You can get, I think at 290 you can get heavy Runecloth, and that would make it better, but I don't really care. We're making decent progress. Where are we? Up to 298. So can we get the last 2 points in 12? Probably, but no guarantee. We could go on them. There you go. All right, so we have 10 bandages to get 1 point. Let's see how bad our RNG is. There we go, we got it. Okay, so we're maxed out.
What brings you here?
Might as well sell off some of this stuff. Yep, there we go. Sold that stack. And we have a little bit of Runecloth now that we are building up. Some of this stuff is just goods. Some of this is like these Scourge Stones. I'm not collecting the rep on that. So they can just get out of there. We can also get rid of this Argent Dawn Commission. I don't care about the rep grind on this character. The bones, sure, we can turn them in if we want. Dark Iron, like some of these things, it's like, alright, fine. If you have... Now, the Invader's Scourge Stones are a little harder to get, so I'd consider hanging on to those for a little bit of time. Just trying to clear our inventory as much as we can before we get rolling. But I would... They're not that hard to get, so potentially drop some of these. Yeah, I already reinforced that. But that's reinforced. Chest is reinforced with hands. Maybe I'm supposed to reinforce the hands. Because I have plenty of those armor. Yeah, hands. Alright, so let's add some 40 more armor onto my gilded gauntlets. Perfect. This one bomb we could throw too. Alright, good. Okay, so what are we doing here now? If we look at the other towns, we do have to make it... We have to make our way over for the Horde. No, none of those right now. No. Yeah, like I said, Lights Hope Chapel. Alright, let's go ahead and hearth our way back over to Org, because we gotta start making our way to Undercity. Pick some of these quests up. We can look at the Lights Hope Chapel guy. This will be an easier check-in. This is supposed to be right here, an Argent Scout. But spoiler, I don't believe he's going to be there. There's Overlord Rumthak or something, so he's supposed to be right here. I see Sourfang, which is cool, and Runthak. Those guys are there, I guess, maybe for when Onyxia gets dropped off. I don't know how that works. I've never turned in that quest before. A lot of people do. We will, I guess, eventually get there in our quest to do every quest in the game. But some things... That one I don't even think is going to be vanity because there are a lot of... that one we should just hopefully be able to get into a raid. Like, I think the Rend one is Upper Blackrock Spire, the War Chief's Blessing, and then that's the Onyxia Blackwing Lair. Like, I don't think either of those are such difficult raids to get into that we're going to get snubbed, even though we have some greens and blues only. Alright, now we fly over to Undercity, and while we're waiting, let's take a peek at some of the quests on the map for Undercity, if any of them exist there. No, that's a raid. I don't know what that one's for. Champion of the Back. Oh, the Champion of the Banshee Queen? Is that one of them? What is that? Oh, it says speak to Champion of the Banshee Queen. Speak to Nethanos. What does that have us do? What's the point of this? So it's just a breadcrumb. Okay, so let's add this one on there, because this is a... What level is it? I just looked that up. That's a 56, 54. So pretty early down the list. I don't know where it's at, but let's add that one onto the list, and we'll pick that one up when we're in Undercity, because that's just a breadcrumb, I guess. And let's look up Little Pamela. Let's look up Little Pamela. And that will kind of give me a idea. This is a 55, so it's after that. How about let's look up Demon Dogs. That's a 56, 52, so we're getting closer. How about To Kill with Purpose? Because that might be the Nethanos line. There we go. That's a 58, 54, so now we're too far. Dang it. Okay. How about Redemption? That's a 56, 52. So it just might be, now we're just looking for the cutoff. What about of Love and Family, Part 1? I'm just going to try to butter knife this. That's a Part 1. 58. So that one's too high. All right. So we're between here somewhere. What about Villains of Darrowshire? Spelled villains wrong. 57. Okay, so there's our cutoff right here. If we're looking to split it, it should go right here. And this one should be a quest called The Champion of the Banshee Queen. Let's see. The Champion of the Banshee Queen. The Champion of the Banshee Queen. And that would be an Undercity breadcrumb. There's no point to it. That's all we really need here. Vivian Le Graven the Darkscone tablet. It is a. I like how it's tagged into which dungeon. That is a Upper Blackrock Spire, I believe. Okay, so cool. The other quest, the Bulwark, is right here. Barov Family Fortune. We'll pick that up today because that's the one quest that's needed for Scholomance. All right, so here we are. We have our different quests that we're getting ready to pick up. So we will... Now, if you look at Scholomance, all we need is the Barov Family Fortune. That's the only quest we're going to do on our Horde character, because all the other quests are neutral. So we'll pick that one up on the way just so that we're prepped, because, again, my hope is to more or less be done with Eastern Plaguelands. We will have a couple things we need to do, but they're going to happen, like, within the context of us weaving in and out of Scholomance and Stratholmes. Live and Undead. Stratholme, but I was talking about the two different kinds. I don't think there's almost no exclusive quests for Stratholme. I believe there's one Stratholme exclusive undead side, which is called Ramstein, which that's one of the main reasons we really have to get the Duskwing Oh How I Hate Thee quest done today, because that's a prereq for it. Okay, I guess I'm going Ghost Wolf form. But we're gonna have to see if people will come help us. It's a little slower than on the mount, but no biggie. So tomorrow we should get off a Scholomance run, our first Alliance run. I think we're going to need to do 3 runs, the way that dungeon is worked out. So tomorrow and Sunday, each of those days we should get a single run done. And Monday, yeah. So I hope to be done with Scholomance on Alliance by Monday. Then we'll check in with Final Fantasy on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, just do a single run of Scholomance for the Barov part. On Wednesday. So hopefully by just less than a week from now, we should be done with Scholomance.
We are the Forsaken. We will slaughter anyone who stands in our way.
I mean, she is cool. Sylvanas. She's got... What has she got? A bow? Yeah, because she's... Bow and sword. She's the Ranger Banshee. Ranger General. It pleases me greatly to see the battle hardened join our cause. Our numbers grow in size and strength as each day passes. Perhaps you are prepared to test your mettle, Shaman. Among the first of my champions was Nathanos, now known as the Blightcaller. Few exist with more dedication or vigor amidst our ranks. Seek him out in the eastern Plaguelands. He resides at the Maris Stead, occasionally roaming the decimated waste, slaying all Scourge and Alliance filth that crosses path. There's a lot more in the Sylvanas book that gets into that. It gets into that story of why he's there, what's he doing, their relationship. It's pretty cool. Also interesting how we just did this whole quest line where multiple quests were set up to find out who is the Blightcaller, what happened to Nathanos. And then you come over here and she's like, yeah, He's my champion. He's the Blightcaller, and he kills the Alliance and Scourge. I want to get some better... These shoulder pads look cool, but I want to get some better male ones. Okay. Now it's time to leave this place. I will mark that we picked that quest up. But now we have to go on foot to the Bulwark. And yeah, we're going to work on picking up some of that stuff. As soon as I pick up the Duskwing quest, we'll start broadcasting for that, because I don't know how many people it would take to kill Duskwing. I guess it's at least 2 or 3, not a party of 5. He's just an elite rare, so we might be able to even do it with 2. I'd say 2 to 3. Just guessing, having seen him like 1 time. Oh, I don't know why I'm going this way when we need to be on. Man, I hear so many stories about people dying on the elevators here. I think I've died. I think maybe I have before. Also, so many people love those Edge Masters handguards, other than the fact that they're available at 44. A +7 to your skill. How much extra hit does that convert into? Like, I want to know that. Does it qualify as hit and crit? Is it the fact that it's so low level? Because people seem to love those things and they sell for a bajillion dollars. But what's the real bonus? I mean, if you're in pure DPS and you do not care about soloing, then sure, it has a role. Alright, let's put this champion of the Banshee Queen in our Eastern Plaguelands. Okay, let's add a few here. That's probably already too many. It's going to be a shorty today. Alright, so we are going to go pick up the Barrow Family Fortune. That's the only one that we need. On the way through, we don't need that one. We actually don't. I guess we're just going to run through. If you look at Scalaman's, yeah, there's nothing else. It'll culminate with the last Barrow, but that's fine. The live side of Stratholme, there's nothing that she specifically will need on Horde. She'll just run it for fun. The only quest I need to pick up... Well, I haven't finished looking at every... Actually, I think I did. Like this Dead Man's Plea. Okay, no, Rammstein is the last one I did. So I still have to look at just these few. I already know this whole... That's not used anymore. Just says Life. Level 65 quest, Ashbringer test. But the left and right piece of Lord Valthalak's amulet, that's the like earnest proposition quest line, that mega one, which we will do at some point, but later. So that's not it. So it's just Menethel's gift and the Dead Man's Plea that we have to check out. They both are neutral though, so regardless of, we don't have to pick any of, and that's only their undead side. Alright, we're going to pick up Barrow Family Fortune just so I don't have to worry about picking it up as a pre-part to the episode.
Within the Scholomance lays the Barov family fortune. I, Alexei Barov, am one of the last 2 remaining heirs of the House Barov. My brother Weldon is the other.
As we walk.
Weldon, the miserable coward, fled during the war and thus retained his worthless existence as a human. He now searches for the deeds so that he may claim the fortune for his own. Recover the deeds before my brother does, and I shall make you wealthy beyond your wildest dreams.
Alright, so we're going to just head our way through here to Nathanos, and he's going to give us 3 quests. Unlife's Little Annoyances, To Kill with Purpose, and the Ranger Lord's Behest. So that's good. Meanwhile, we just picked up our 1 Scallamance, the Barov family fortune. So this is our only... There will be one more that we have to worry about. But we picked that one up. Alright. So, cool. There is no need to put a Strathholm live Horde side. I should have just ditched that. But you never know. Maybe we will complete something on there. I'll leave it for now. Yeah, and Rammstein is the only one that I need to worry about picking up. So he's going to give us, what did I just say? To kill with purpose, unlife's little annoyances, and the Ranger Lord's Behest. So that's going to be our main goal today. We also... Oh, man. We also want to pick up... we want to go over here and get... What's it called? Bolstering our defenses. I want to do the PvP combo of series quests today. If we tag team together our two accounts, we can do it. That'd be nice to get done. And then this is a continuation of these. If I look... Can't do that. Nope. Nope. Alright, Restless Souls. Zeldar the Outcast. Under the Shadow. Shadows of Doom. Nope. Get off 5 minutes of that. Archivist, The Flesh Does Not Lie, Defenders of Derbyshire, Plague Hatchlings. That's asking a lot. The Great Esma Grimm. Look, the Writ of Safe Passage does exist. I guess if we happen to see that dude out and about. So I'm thinking that this is Nathanos will continue to open up these things right there. So we're going to have to do that chain today. So it's all going to be out of Nathanos. And then if we have time, we're going to do the Tower Collection. So now that we're in the zone, it's always all for Alliance. Alliance just control this area. There's just, I think there's just really like no Horde on this server. Just how it goes. They seem to pool in certain areas, but I mean, there's obviously some Horde. There's me. I'm in a guild. But Alliance just keep it locked down. Got a bunch of priests talking over there. Alrighty, so yeah, before we are even a week into December, my hope is to be done with Scallamance, and then we start Strathholm. We're only going to have to do one run of each on the Horde. Strathholm, live side. I really think I'm going to have to do at least a couple. So I still think I might be able to do Strathholm in like a week. So before I'm halfway through December, I should be able to get Strathholm done, and then we'll be kicking off Winter Spring, just the penultimate zone. Look, his dogs won't attack me either, his big old Blighthounds. That's pretty cool.
I am no doubt you're another inept simpleton sent from the Dark Lady to train under a champion. I've sent every one of you back to her in pieces. I don't see why it will be any different this time. Mine, however, is not to question why, but instead to do as the Dark Lady bids.
Okay.
Surely the Dark Lady does not believe you worthy to meet her champion. You are here to feed my hounds, yes. There could be no other reason for this interruption.
Alright, so cool. I'm glad that we got the champion of the Banshee Queen done. Breadcrumb. All that.
Farewell.
And he would give us 3 quests.
You kill with purpose while you remain on my stead. Your first task is to feed my hounds. Take this mortar and pestle and travel to Corin's Crossing. Once there, you will find a robust selection of scourge to slaughter. From their fresh carcasses, I need living rot. Take that living rot and grind it up in the mortar. Then let it sit to coagulate. Bring the coagulated rot back here. And imbecile, realize that living rot from the undead doesn't remain living for very long. You must kill quickly.
Okay, so I have to collect 7 pieces of living rot in under 10 minutes, use the mortar and pestle, grind it into coagulated rot, bring it back here. I might as well just pick that quest up and come and do it if I have 10 minutes only.
Beware the living.
So I'm going to just go do that. Also, it was kind of cool. He said he shot this thing, but it was from this pile, and he said, go get it. And then he said, good boy, now put it back on the bone pile. All right, so really quick, let's just go to Bryn's Crossing. I feel like we could focus on this one. I might be wrong. I might have been able to pick them all up and... Actually, I guess let's be strategic. Let's get all the information and then make our decision. Because I'm not on a timer yet. I'm not on the timer until I start collecting the rot.
What would you ask?
Unlife's little annoyances.
Cannot take 2 steps off of this farm without running into one of those obnoxious bats. I want to be able to take the hounds out and slaughter Scourge without being accosted by any damned dirty bats.
Language, Nathanos.
Obviously, I have better things to do with my time than mindlessly kill bats day in and day out. You, however, do not. What? Your training? This is your training. Now get out of my sight and don't come back until you've killed a fair number of those winged demons. Don't disappoint me.
So now, if you're fighting for Tyrion, you got to kill all the regular bats. He wants you to go kill the bigger bats out there. And last set,
What is it?
the Ranger Lord's Behest.
The High Elves of the Quelithian Lodge possesses something that belongs to me, adventurer. A document detailing my life as a mortal. Before you ask, no, you most certainly are not privy to such information. Just do as I tell you, Worm. Recover the registry. And, imbecile, be sure to leave as much strife and grief as possible in your wake. Leave them suffering.
Alright, so that's 3 quests. Kill with Purpose, Unlife's Little Annoyances, and the Ranger Lord's Behest is the actual order. To kill with purpose. Okay, cool. Boom, boom. And the Ranger Lord's Behest. Little harder than the other 2. But this is the beginning chain we've got to do. Alright, so now I'm going to do that little dog food one last. So we're going to go out and kill bats on our way up to this lodge. We need to kill 8. I wonder if that counts as PvP. It doesn't say, but we need to kill 8 Pathshredders, 8 Rangers, 8 Woodsmen, and get the registry. Cool. So let's go there, and meanwhile, as we fight the noxious plague bats and monstrous on the way, we'll get those guys too. Then, once we've gotten all those things killed on the way back, we'll stop, and we'll get the living rot down at that little Corin's Crossing. Although it does say we can get them up here too. Somebody's been out killing. So not too shabby. And that'll basically be around half of the quest line. I'm guessing now Rammstein might not happen until, I don't know if it's going to be pre or post raid on that, or if there is a raid to kill. Since, you know, is there an equivalent? Because the raid is that you have to kill Nathanos, but is there something equivalent you're supposed to kill on Alliance? I don't know. Alright. So, there we go. We need these noxious plague bats. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and set to the best of my abilities. See how it goes. I guess, so long as I have some decent mana, I can ignore that. People running around fighting all over the place. Maybe they're just, yeah, he's 58, so he might just be hunting. Thanks. Alright, so we need 30 total bats. I'll pull this bat back over here. That's annoying. I mean, I bought myself water though, so as long as I keep her within plenty of water, she should be okay. And we can actually kill a lot faster. So is time worth our money? Sure it is. Okay, we have 2 of the 20 bats needed. I also should use my trinket more. Alright. Okie dokie. So now I think it's time for us to move to a new base. We've got 3 of the bats. There's another one right there. Got 3 more. Cool. See this? Oh, it just cures 1. I could put a poison totem down, but kinda eh. But we are killing fast. I would say that when I don't care about mana, she definitely kills faster than Link and Tessa, I think. She's a little bit less sustainable. But she's definitely got more utility, more overall. I mean, the fact that I'm doing some skinning helps too. Come on. She's making me go so far afield from my base after I just put my good totem down. I don't know that I'm gonna leave my totem station here because it's a little. All right, yeah. I mean, we're making great time on these bats. We do have to kill 30, so between the other bats we would have already killed. If we decided to do our full run as Horde, ugh, gross. Because then you'd be killing 60 of these stupid bats. Here's a nice concentration of these guys, though. Cannot complain. So, how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Good to hear. So my plan yesterday was like, hey, I will make a video, but depending on the time. I did not wake up early. I told my wife when she got home from work to wake me up, because she gets home in the mornings around 8 in the morning. So, but she got home a little, actually she gets home maybe a little earlier than that, like 7:30 or something. So she got home at 7:30, she woke me up, and then I was like, well, I was, thinking you were going to get home at 8, so I was like, oh, can you just wake me up at 8? And then she was like, well, I'm going to bed because she had to wake up early. We were going to be going to Thanksgiving earlier, and then she would normally wake up on any given day. So she's like, I'm going to be going right to bed. I was like, well, if you haven't quite fallen asleep yet by then, if you just send me a text, I'll get up. And she's like, okay, I'll do that. Well, spoiler alert, her little text message that she sent me did not inspire me to get out of bed. So I ended up oversleeping like an hour and a half longer than I wanted to. I ended up getting up at like 9:30. I'm gonna have to fight this gargoyle. Yep. And my mana's running low. We're gonna have to drink after this fight. So that basically, that hour and a half right there, that took up any extra time I might have had, because that's about how long it takes me to do a video. So, oh, you still get rep for killing those even if you don't have the thing on? Oh, that's good to know. So anyhow, oh great, that, dang it. Wasted a water. So anyway, so I got up, I made a stuffing. That was the most time-consuming thing I had to make. It was pretty popular, but somebody else made a full stuffing, and I guess theirs had like some kind of nuts or something, and my niece has like severe nut allergy. So we were tasked with basically bringing the backup stuffing, and honestly, the recipes for both were good. I couldn't really tell a huge difference. I mean, stuffing is not a super complicated recipe to make, so it's just what do you put in it. And the other recipe, I mean, the only thing is I make an Italian sausage stuffing. A lot of people do that. But the other recipe was the same thing and just had some water chestnuts and nuts in it. And I liked it. Fine. Tasted good. Mine came out pretty good, but honestly mine was like a little bit dry. It's still fine, but we ended up taking like 75% of it back home. So now I've got all this stuffing in my fridge. And then I made green bean casserole. Now that's a banger. I do make, again, green bean casserole ridiculously easy. The person that brought it, somebody else brought some. They did it was good. It was fine. I think they used fresh green beans, so I appreciate the attempt on that. Although I think I like to use the French cut, just canned green beans. I just think it tastes good. I've been making it that way for years. I've never had a complaint. It's usually very popular, even among my little picky kids. It's all of my kids love green bean casserole, and I've been making it the same way for years. Just canned green bean mushroom. I do a little bit more green bean than the little generic recipe calls for. But not like, I think it must maybe there's like one mega can you could buy if you bought it from whatever French's, if they I don't freaking know, but it requires like a certain amount of cups, and it's always just a little over 2 cans is what it's asking for, and I just put in like a whole 3 cans. Yeah, I feel like it's whatever. And I will do maybe a little bit more of the crunchy onions mixed in and on top than is asked for. Like I use the whole thing. I feel like you can't have too much crunchy onions on top. What's that? Plaguehound. Although I could be wrong about that. And then yeah, just put like a tiny drop of soy sauce in there, and I mean that's green bean casserole. Super, a little milk. That's it, and mix it up. Bake it. Add the crunchies on top. Bake a little more. Boom. You're in business. All right, here I see some people running. So very, very, very easy recipe. Same temperature. Cooks at the same temperature as the stuffing does. It's really just for less time. So that's it. Once I got the stuffing going, I threw that in there too. That was easy. I had made yesterday. I made a pumpkin pie. So the green bean casserole was pretty much eaten up. That was all eaten. Even though someone else brought a whole second one. Their second one, they used fresh green beans, which I do like fresh green beans. In a green bean casserole, though, just doesn't work as well. And then they also had I think like bacon, like whole pieces of bacon in there, which was, I've never had it like that way before. I did eat some. I just wasn't It wasn't... Didn't blow my mind. Like, if it, in a vacuum, I think it'd be okay. But it wasn't better than what I brought. And I think everybody agreed because mine was... The whole thing was pretty much eaten. And... Now everybody got so full, not a lot of people hitting up desserts. There were multiple desserts made. Some people made so much desserts. I brought an extra pumpkin pie. Nobody touched any pumpkin pie. There were so many other desserts. I don't think a single person ate a piece of pumpkin pie. Which is kind of sad on Thanksgiving, but somebody made like a sugar cream custard pie, something like that, which I normally love. But I didn't really eat any desserts. And then I made a coconut cream pie. Oh my gosh. That I made it yesterday, but then today, I made it the day before. And then while my stuff was baking, I made the whipped cream from top from scratch. I want to get like a piping to pipe my whipped cream. One of those piping like bags or whatever they're called. I want to get one of those. I don't have one. It's on my shopping list. We grind these bats out. Getting kind of near the end of the bat territory. We have 3 more to go, and then we have to get up and get 10 monstrous, but... We're doing the Blight Lord's work here. Annoyances. The Blight Caller. Alright, so... Yeah, I feel like when it's just one like this... Might as well just fight him. So I made that. That was good. And then I made massive amount of charcuterie. I do not know what I was thinking. Because when I went there was also... Now, my charcuterie was really good. But they had one out already. Well, really, they just had like a plate of cheese and crackers. I had some deviled eggs, and my brother-in-law makes a banging deviled eggs. And other little snacks. But by the time I got there, my sister was like, well, let's not put them out and have everybody get full of that before Thanksgiving. So, point of that is, I've got 2 gigantic, massive charcuterie platters in my fridge now, too. So I'll be eating charcuterie for lunch and snacks probably the next week plus. Which is fine, again, in a vacuum. But I am not on friendly terms with dairy, and cheese is a big part of it, so... Alright, so we have... This will be our last noxious bat, and then we can go up and start killing the monstrous ones as we make our way to the elves. That is a night elf druid right there. That's a cool... Oh, because they're a knight champion. I was like, that's a cool mount. That's that PvP mount. Alright. Job's finished. Somebody talked about making a banger of a joke in the chat. I gotta see. I can't tell. Alright, so here are these monstrous plague bats. So they kind of look more like the actual plague bats. They're with the red wings, but they are bigger. The ones we were just fighting, the noxious ones, were kind of weird with that white. Oh, these guys have a silence. And it's pretty long lasting. I think maybe that was 8-second silence. So that's lame. So the Noxious had a poison. I think the regular playbats maybe have a fear. And these guys have a silence, which that is by far the most annoying of the three things. They're all annoying. But at least we only have to kill 10 of them. Alright, let's see what we got here. I mean, she's pretty good. I can't complain about this style of... Oh, I failed attempt? What? So, there's something you can get. I don't remember where we read about it. There's some kind of... I remember reading about this. There is a quest that you can get that is... It lets you chop somebody up. I don't remember where I put this quest at. It was the Skullman's? I don't remember. Maybe it's that dragon scale one? Maybe I skipped it over, but I feel like there's some weird quest. Maybe I put it on the Vanity Project, but basically, maybe it's Upper Blackrock Spire and I just haven't got there yet. But yeah, there's totally a quest that is like, you can only get it if you skin, and you have to be above the 300 skinning to even have a chance. So you have to have this knife drop that adds a certain percentage to skinning. And then there's a very small chance that you get this thing to drop. Even if you do all that, then when you skin, like, only a certain amount of people have... I don't know, it's something weird. It's convoluted like that. This bat one is taking us a long time. It's really quite grinding. We might end up having to do 2 episodes of this because of the amount of time it's spending to grind out 30 bats, plus we still have to go kill 24 elves. I mean, we're almost done with the bats, but... We have... After this one, we'll have 5 more. I guess we can just start making our way to the elves. I don't know how long it's gonna... This guy never even ended up silencing me. Talking about the level of alts, I don't want to hear it. They know nothing about alts. I've talked to people that have made more alts than me, but they are the exception rather than the rule for sure. When I was in Shadowlands, I'd say Shadowlands into the beginning of Dragonflight was like my peak amount of time spent playing this game per day. Well, that's not true. Back in the day in Wrath of the Lich King, when I was PvPing and going for the original time going on Lore Master, all that. Okay, there's a bat. I want to get that bat. I just don't want this. Okay, good. We haven't got a couple bats right here. Anyway, I've talked about that to death on this channel. Yeah, so we're roughly about halfway into the amount of time I can spend on this episode, and all we've done is made our way here. We've killed most of the bats, but we still have to kill all these zombies. I'm hoping it's 100% drop rate, since we have to kill 7 in 10 minutes. And we have killed almost the 30 bats we need. I just aggroed that dog. Go ahead and get that going. Because if he silences me, then also going to create some bad stuff. Okay, get a little stun off. You can't even drop the trinket when you're silenced? That's lame. That's stupid. Alright, so... Not too bad. And he didn't give me any like... Oh, this is with Rallying Cry of the Dragon Slayer. Yikes. Okay, that's a little bad. That we're going this fast with the Rallying Cry on. Well, I actually did feel like we were killing kind of fast. It's just time-consuming. It's going to depend what these other quests from Nathanos are. I mean, whatever. We don't get... I might, if we... Because of the way time works, I might still try to do a Scalaman's run on Alliance tomorrow. Maybe. Because... It'll be... Whoa. Oh, that's Borolgor. I think he's for a quest, too. And I don't think that we'll be able to summon... I think we gotta beat him. I'm pretty sure he's one of Nathanos' quests. Big old Borolgor guy. And the... whatchamacallit. So... 2 to 3. 2 to 3 people, I think. Since I'm a healer, if we can find a tank... Yeah, this is the last expansion that they played through. Yeah. I mean, I've played through all the expansions, except for the newest one, which I am looking forward to doing with you guys. Alright, after this we will only have one more bat to get, and we're pretty close to the lodge. I just really am interested in playing through, like, the quests in a correct order, which I think we can do when we get there. It's gonna be a little sloppy on replaying the retail versions of whatever classic quests there were. Just because classic and to some extent BFA, I mean not BFA, TBC are just not tracked as well. Because, as I've talked about before, the state of Thoughtbot / Wowhead up until that point in time. Alright, now how do we get up to that lodge? I see that it's way up there. And we gotta figure out a way to infiltrate that. Oh no, dang it. Okay, so we have them all. We're finally done with bats. Come on, you frenzied plague hound. These are the ones that, as the name suggests, enter a frenzy at the end. on. Still have 16 minutes of rallying cry, so maybe we'll get a big chunk of our Ranger Lord Behest done before that. Maybe. Who knows? But at least we have the bats done. So we have one of the 3 quests for Anathanos. In my opinion, probably the most time-consuming one. We have 1 done. Alright, so there's a little valley up to the left. You can also hug around to the right side. I don't know which is correct. Here's the Quelithian... Okay, so here's a woodsman. So this must be where we're supposed to go.
I need to get closer.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start dropping... Oh, this guy's attacking us too. Bummer. Stunned me. I didn't think that the second one would necessarily aggro on. Might have to drink after this fight. We're gonna see. Okay, now you come here, you bozo. And here's a ranger. Okay, so that's good. So 2 of the 24. Are gonna be ready to rock and roll. I mean, they're really tearing through my lightning shield. Alright, I think it's gonna be time to drink before we make it further up the hill. Alright, so this is apparently the right path. We have to go up there because we need the Quel'Thelot's registry, in addition to needing 24 elves. These are, I guess, high elves. This is another reason why the high elves are basically extinct, because even the few little lodges that still exist, the horde's coming in there and wrecking their day. Here's another woodsman. And there's a ranger, so it's these woodsman ranger combos. This is better when I don't aggro both of them. So yeah, we had a good time. You know, there was some family there. The food was good. We had a good time. They have corn. They have a big farm out there, so it's nice property. They also have cornhole. My brother-in-law. So we were playing cornhole. I was playing with my nephews and having a good time. You know, they're getting older. My oldest nephew he's almost 21. Great, I aggroed both. And then my next nephew on down the line is 16. And him and I played cornhole together, and it was pretty fun. I haven't hung up with him. And I mean, I see him at holiday events, but him and I had a good time messing around with each other. And then my niece is maybe 14. Oh, dang it. So we just drew another ranger. Okay. Wasn't planned, but, you know, they all need to die anyway. I don't know why they keep stunning me. He's gonna kill himself. Yeah. Okay, let's get this other ranger. I'm gonna have to drink again after this one since they're making me triple fight them. And I haven't seen any Pathstriders, so Maybe the path. Maybe the path striders are over there. I don't know. It's gonna be tricky to grab some of these path striders and fight them. Isolate them from whoever they're with. Alright, so we're gonna have to drink another juice. There's a path strider up there. Oh, there's a couple. Alright, so start getting some of those. We have 7. So we almost are 1/3 of the way through our elf killing. Nobody's rep seems to be mattering here. So I guess because the High Elves officially left the Alliance. So they're not Alliance. But they're not Horde. I mean, honestly, they're kind of... They're definitely not Horde. Nathanos is the one that wants us to kill them. I'm gonna have to double kill again. Yep. What did he just hit me with? Oh, fairy fire. And they are really hitting me with the dual cast, or whatever, the dual wield. Okay. I guess the fairy fire is not too bad. Because they don't seem to be very strong. So even with the fairy fire on, they're not really hitting me with a lot of damage. Alright, so... Oh, might as well use that, sure. Go for it. Give myself a little more stam. What do we got? A couple... This is a... Oh, that's a triple pack right there. I'd prefer not to fight them. They're just patrolling. I need to get into this place. So let's go for this woodsman. Let's fight him down here by himself. Hey, you bozo. You and me, 1v1. I'm 9 minutes away from that rallying cry of the Dragon Layer wearing Dragon Slayer, so I'm gonna get a little bit weaker. A lot bit weaker, I guess. Because I'm gonna lose a lot of attack power. And crit. Do I go for the triple pack right here? Well, I guess I am. Question answered. Why? Why is he staying back there? Okay. I might have to bust a potion out on this one. Add some fire to the fighting here. If I can get it down to 2, that would be nice. Come on. Jeez. Okay, got one of them finally. Oh, now she's gonna hit me with that. Oh, I resisted. Good. She was trying to hit me with the fairy fire. Okay, mana's low for sure. But there we go, got it. Okay, I didn't have to. I don't think I'm gonna have to use any potions or anything. Little fire helped out. Need Strat Undead or Skullomance. Oh, see, they're trying to get the rep for Nax attunement. Yeah, that's fine. I get it. We will one day be there too. But when we're starting to get ready for Nax attunement, that's gonna be. Thought she was gonna die. I preemptively started looting. All right, so that's good. We needed to kill those guys. So, that's 13. So we're past halfway now. Once we do this, we're going to move our way back down to the Living Rot. Oh, Hate Shriekers, they all drop it. Okay, good. And then we'll go back and turn in the stuff to Mathanos. Okay. Here's another Pathstrider. That's what we have the least of, for sure. Then we have wood. We got a couple woodsmen right there. We can grab those on the way out as needed. They make 14 slaughters for free. What? Maybe I can't look at that. I like that one. We both interrupted her and killed her at the same time. Alright, there's a woodsman. Let's see, we can clear out this lodge. Oh, another pack. Let's go. Okay, so we got another 3-pack right here. Why? Oh man, did I pull a 4-pack? I sure did. Okay, I gotta go all out on this one. Now I'm gonna have to use a potion for sure. What's the potion gonna be? Not sure. Let's go with one of those. Okay. What else can I really do? I might have to run. It's gonna be pretty intense. These jerks right here. Okay. I gotta try to get a heal. Oh man, that really hurt. That Sunder really hurt me. Whew. Let me try to LOS that other guy. Because he's shooting me so much. There we go. What I was hoping, I should have done that earlier. It's kind of dumb of me, but whew. Alright, so that one I had to use a potion on. Whew. But that's not the end of the world. We fought a 4-pack of dudes and we just had to use a regular life potion. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Come on. Okay. Whew. Alright, so let's go ahead and bop off a heal and then drink another juice. And where are we at? So we have killed almost all the rangers that we need. Well, we've done 17, so we're over 2/3. We need 7 more elves. To the right is our thing. There's another woodsman and another woodsman. And there's a third woodsman. So we would be done with woodsmen. We went that path. I don't know that we need to. And Pathstriders are definitely part of this prop here. Alright, so. Whoa. There are protectors. I didn't realize these protectors were so... What are they protecting? I guess the book right there. Yeah, if you go all out on damage, it's a little better. I'm gonna use that as I say because he interrupts, so I hear that little kicking sound. And you don't need the protectors for Alright, so the whole reason we did that is that we needed the Quel'Thalas registry. Can we read it? We sure can. The book emits a faint glow. We'll read it in a minute. I really want Pathfinders, not all these woodsmen. So I'm gonna actually, this is just full of woodsmen. So I'm gonna leave those. What is this guy? A ranger? This is actually the last ranger we're gonna need. And here we have 2 more woodsmen coming out that side. So it's just it's the Pathstriders. We need 3 more of those guys. Oh no. Ah, crud. I want to at least kill one because I have a feeling I'm about to die. Yep. Oh no. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna let them reset and I'm gonna reincarnate. That was just bad luck right there. I just got cooked by that Pat. Bummer. Alright, let me drink another juice. So they got me. I was able to get a ranger. I don't need any more rangers. Just one Pathstrider. That trio, they suck. What I'm looking for now is... And that was my res. So if I screw up again... This is bad. Sloppy play. Gotta play like I'm playing hardcore where I just keep my head on a swivel all the time. Not want to fight you 3. Alright, let's fight this woodsman. Back off of the road. Because I do still need 3 woodsmen, it's just that there's a ton of those. I don't want to fight these big packs just so I can get a single Pathstrider. There's got to be better ways to fight Pathstriders. Right? If not, there's not. That's all we can really do. Yeah, the more that this goes on, I would say it's pretty darn certain we're going to have to do a second horde. Just because this is such a grindy set of quests. And I don't know, we're going to still need packs. We're going to still have to get together groups for killing Borrelgore and Duskwing. Alright, we can kill this other woodsman here. Do still need 2 more. And then, is there anything down that other way? I don't know. I'll take a peek when we're there. But maybe not. And then if I fight that trio, I'd be down to needing 2 Pathfinders. So now I'm... Yeah, so if you look this way, I don't see anything. Yeah, there might not be anything this path. Really do not want to fight that trio of dudes. Alright, let's find... Okay, I'm going for it. Alrighty. Dang it, she hit me. I was just a little too short on the stupid thing. I got hit with the fairy fire. Do not love it. Okay, so let's take another woodsman down, and then this is just an extra ranger I don't need. Come on. Come on, you bozo. You stink. And everybody knows it. Alright, so we had to kill an extra ranger, but we did get our last woodsman. We still need 2 pathfinders. So let's keep our eye out for the final 2 pathstriders that we need. Everything is starting to respawn. I do feel like there was a duo of pathstriders down this way. Could be wrong. Yeah, there's one. There's a woodsman pathstrider combo. Okay, I probably have to kill 2, so I might as well drink. But that'll be 1 of the 2, and it'll just be down to 1 pathstrider. We get whoever we can get. I'm not gonna be just gonna suck it up and take whatever it is. Alright, go. Actually, I want this guy more. He does that stupid fairy fire, so I want to be I was gonna say, I want to be targeted on him. Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. The mana was not rejuvenating. We got a pack coming. We gotta heal off before he joins in. Oh, but it's a second pathstrider. Good. I mean, at least I resisted it. Little tight, little tight, little tight. Okay. This place is just crawling with him. I can't, in good conscience... Okay, just keeping it going, just keeping it going. Okay, down to an extra woodsman, but we did it. We have Nathanos' second quest now done. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Easy, right? Just like we planned. Exactly how I planned it. I mean, it's pretty fun, actually. This is pretty fun zone. I'm gonna jump right on this head. Jump right over you two. Right over you two. Just trying to hope to not get knocked off. Dismounted. Alright, the final one now is going to be our time limit, so I know we're going to complete that within 10 minutes, and then we'll go turn these into Nathanos and just see what happens. So we need 7 things to fester away. And after we complete these 3, we're going to most likely bolstering our defenses. I gotta pick that one up. Actually, let's go snatch that one up right now. I'm not gonna do that today. So that's another one we have to just do on another episode. But we might as well go pick it up. And then that way, we'll just be ready to do that on one of these episodes. Doesn't really matter which one, because we're going to be jumping back and forth between the two accounts, the Alliance and the Horde, and we're going to cheese it that way and get it done for both. I might do it tomorrow. Or whatever, next time we do a Horde. I haven't done Scholomance in a long time. I haven't done it on... I have not done Scholomance on retail in a really long time. You know, you run Scholomance a few times here and there. I feel like... I know Mists of Pandaria basically, like, rebooted a few... Like, I know it rebooted Dead Mines... Don't remember if Scholomance was one of these reboots ever. Scholomance is a cool dungeon. Stratholme is... They're both cool dungeons. I look forward to doing both of them. Stratholme can be quite hard, but yeah, they're both really cool. Upper Blackrock Spire I also think shouldn't be too bad. It's more of a raid. Yeah. So... But before we even do that, yeah, so after we do these two things and I'm done playing around in the undead area, we'll take a break, we'll clear Winter Spring, which will also be fun, and that'll be like, that's the last originally released zone, which is cool. And then we will do Dire Maul, so we'll move it on as though we were on to the next phase. That's 3 out of 12 we will only be in, but then things will come hot and heavy. Alright, let's repair and sell since I died also. While we're taking a little pit stop here.
Master Craftsman Omerion just vanished one night. Like a toot in the wind.
He doesn't... He won't...
Gone! Bah! Now I'm the only one left to craft the goods for the boys on the front line.
Maybe I have to be friendly before he'll let me? Looking for the person that will yeah, see, he's not out and about. Where's the one? Well, here's a
I supply
seller.
the finest goods.
That's the whatchamacallit, dude. I don't know what evil bad eyes are for. Oh, I want to read that book. Is there no repair person? Maybe you have to be friendly to be able to repair, because he's not offering
Agents of the Forsaken uncovered an alliance plot to establish new bases here in the eastern Plaguelands at abandoned towers throughout the area. It is imperative that we not allow them to establish a significant presence on our eastern borders, and so we must stave off this alliance incursion. Our current plans are to drive them out of any towers they may have already seized, and occupy those that we have under our control against further attacks.
Spoiler, this whole area is already cooked, if that's your main goal. I've never seen it not controlled by the Alliance. Alright, so pick that one up, and let's go munch on these guys, and then turn everything into Nathanos, and that's where we will probably leave off for today, getting his next round of quests. Then, tomorrow, if we finish this up, we'll do... I'll try to get the PvP out of there, and then we'll have to make a group to get... Because we're going to have to see... the Call to Command, the Crimson Courier, Nathanos' Ruse. Like, I'm not sure how many of those, how intense some of those are. And then, of course, we're going to have the raid ones as well. But that can be like me collecting a raid. If there is a raid one, me collecting a raid together to do that is going to be a whole other thing. I mean, I could do that one night too, as we're breaking things up. Because that could always be... That's gonna stretch an episode for each. Alright, so... Once we get the living rot, we need 7. We have to combine 7 pieces. Alright, here we go. We gotta kill 7 mobs as ASAP as possible. Hopefully... I don't even know what he just did. He did something. Okay, boom, we got 1 living rot. We need 7. Dude, I gotta set down some bases. I think I gotta go full speed with my attack also, so if I have to drink, I gotta drink. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm kind of... Like, it seemed when I cast a spell on him last time, it took it off. Okay, so that's 2. Okay. Nope, I don't want your curse on me, girl. I still have a deafening screech, that's lame. Okay, that's 3. We're gonna bring her over, and this will be 4. Excuse me, this will be 4, and then I'll drink. I want to be able to save my... I was gonna say, I gotta save that. Cooldown. Got it. Okay. Oh, she did not give us one. Oh, that stinks. So it's not 100% drop rate? How messed up is that? How could you make this have a 10-minute cooldown and have it not be 100% drop rate? Unless she was the wrong kind of shrieker. No, she was not. What the heck? Unacceptable. We do not have time to be messing around with not 100%. Oh, are you kidding me? I cannot believe that. I'm just gonna use a potion and keep it going and not even drink. I cannot believe. Let's go with this guy. Maybe he will. He just hit me. Oh, casting time. Okay, so he got me one. Thank goodness. Where are we at with time? 8 minutes. So we're still doing good on time. 8 minutes, maybe a little less. We have 4 of the 7 we need. Okay, so the ghosts don't have... a great drop rate, maybe? I don't know what else to think about that. Alright, where else can we get some dudes at? Here we go. Here's a dark caster. Oh, here's one right here. We're gonna fight 2 of them, I guess. Vile tutor over there. I don't... Oh, he resisted my interrupt. Okay, so that's 5. Good. Uh-oh. Oh, well, let's go for that stitched horror while we're right here, too. That's 6. He's just a regular dude. He's not as scary as he looks. So this could be 7th one. We're going for speed, buddy. We're going for speed. Not sustainability. Ow. Yeah, he gave it to us. Alright. Oh, there's a... What the heck? I was not planning on getting ambushed by an undead servant right here. Oh my gosh, what the heck? I'm gonna die. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? I'm just gonna take the res sickness. Because we're about to log anyway. I cannot believe that I got ambushed by a bunch of those dudes all at once. Alright, so does that have timer on it? Coagulated rot? No. So now that we uncoagulated it. Alright, so we're Oh, this is like a little horde base. Argent Dawn base? I didn't even know that. This guy.
I've got too much to do and not enough time to do it in person. Please get out of
I wonder if you can like do, if you get high enough with the Argent Dawn, can you learn like some Argent Dawn bandages or something like that? I didn't know this was the Argent Dawn base. Alright, so now we need to cut ourselves around here. Go talk to Nathanos. And just see what he's going to give us for the next quest. But that was lame. We were doing so good, and then at the very end, we just get ambushed by three other, like, we kill Unseen, right? He spawns right as as we kill the last guy. Then as we kill that one, another Unseen and another big guy came. I think there might even been 2 more. So all of a sudden, just like a wave after wave. I don't know. I guess I should have just ran instantly. I don't know. I need a repair place too. We're at 35%, since for whatever reason we can't repair in the Lights Hope Chapel, which I always repair there as Alliance. So I just didn't realize that maybe you've got to be friendly before you can repair there. That's terrible. So we're not, I mean, we're kind of close. We're 730 rep off, but that's not that close. Cannot sit around at 35%. It's because I took res sickness. I think that hits your bottom line pretty hard. And I don't want a hearth because that's going to take me to Orgrimmar. We could fly, and there's not even any flying back to the bulwark you can do. Should look up repairing in Lights Hope Chapel. Can you repair in Lights Hope Chapel Classic? No repairs, this person says. Oh, look, there's Duskwing. 60 elite. Oh, he's much easier. 18k. He's way easier than Borrelgore. The dwarf at the forge. Alright, let's turn it in.
What now? Trust no
Are
one.
you crying? If this is too tedious for you, hero, I recommend that you head back to the Dark Lady and inform her of the horrible mistreatment you received at my farmstead. Now get out of my sight.
Disappointed? I was hoping that I'd be feeding you to my hounds instead.
My hound.
At least they'll have something to eat.
I see country all of a sudden. Alright. It says nothing of size.
Watch your back.
Unlife's little annoyances.
It's incredible what a little anger and rage can get accomplished.
And then the Ranger Lord's Behest.
Beware.
Oh, I wanted to read that registry. It says, entry date unknown, name Nathanos Maris, Human Ranger Lord of Lordaeron. Entry, Kael'thas Sunstrider's dissension in regards to my decision to allow Nathanos Maris into the Order is noted. It should also be noted that Nathanos, although a human, is one of the most gifted Rangers I have ever had the pleasure of training. For millennia, we have isolated ourselves from outsiders. I will be the first among us to admit that mistakes were made in the past. Humans should never have been exposed to magic. I will not deny this, but I will not condemn us to this guarded existence for the blunders of our predecessors. There is much that a coexistence between the Quel'Dari and other races of this world can bring. We must practice tolerance. It is with these words, then, that I deny Kael's request in regards to Nathanos Morris. He will prove to be an invaluable ally. Mark my words. Signed, Sylvanas Windrunner, Ranger General of Silvermoon. So that's cool. It's a little history into Nathanos.
This had better be good. I trust you did not read the registry. Not even
I did.
You would do something that
I did read it. I just read it.
Beware.
All right, now he'll give us 2 quests. Duskwing, oh how I hate thee.
Up until now, you have completed the missions I have assigned, even if not in the most timely manner. I suppose you think that you are ready for a challenge.
As fast as
Yes.
I could.
Yes, imbecile. Perhaps you are ready for a more involved set of missions. The albino demon bat, Duskwing, roams the countryside just north of here. Track him down and destroy him. Return to me with a patch of his white fur, and you shall be rewarded.
Okay, so that's going to be tricky, plus the corpulent one.
Past the Argent Dawn encampment of Light's Hope and west of Northdale, you will find the corpulent maggot beast, Borrelgor. I've lost entire regiments to that monster. His size knows no bounds. The more he eats, the greater his girth becomes. While I would not suffer any emotional harm should the beast devour you, I would prefer that you were the victor. I recommend you enlist the help of others for this mission. Borrelgor has been known to devour small battalions foolish enough to attack him.
Okay. So that's fine. That's cool. We're going to need to get a group for that next time. So next time, let's add these to the spreadsheet here. Yeah, I'm not finding any. Well, I guess I'll walk to Western Plaguelands and back as I try to get a group for that tomorrow. But we did just turn in these 3. Bang, bang, bang. So cool. And yeah, some of those we're waiting on next time. Some of that we'll do off. Yeah. That's coming up soon. I don't know. The call to command. What's that? Where's that one from? So they're not listing it, but this actually does require you to complete his other 2 first, I think. Yeah, because he doesn't have it. So let's fix the spreadsheet. These right here should actually be right there. So you have to do those 2 first. Even though they're harder, they have to be completed. Then he'll open up these other ones. Which is whatever. It's fine. So we're going to try to get as much of that done tomorrow as we can. We definitely need this one so we can open up Rammstein, but we need them all. So we did the grindy parts of his quest, and then tomorrow we're going to try to do the elite stuff. Get a group going. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on the adventure today. I appreciate you. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you do, smash that subscribe. See you guys on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft. This one's in the pipe. 5x5.